All right, good morning, Algebra 1. Pardon my voice, I'm a little under the weather, but we're going to power through anyway. So, we're getting ready for our Chapter 6 test. So, we're going to go through some of these problems, not all of these problems. So, for number 1, we are looking for the solution of the system. And so, you're looking for where do the two lines cross. Okay, so if you're looking at these three, then all of these answers are going to be quite different. Okay, so the first one is parallel, so if you remember what to say there, you can go ahead and put your answer there. This one, you're looking for the point where they cross, so x comma y. Okay, so let's just look at these two, and then I'll let you do the first one. So this one, we have both lines on the same part. So if it's the same line twice, that means infinity. There's an infinite amount of answers because they're the same line. On the third one, they cross right here. So that point is x comma y, so the x value is 2, and the up is also 2. So 2 comma 2. Okay? So, on the next section, we are doing the graphing. So, let's go ahead and go through number 2, the second one here, and graph that. So the first one has y by itself, so it's ready to graph. So let's go ahead and graph it. We have a y-intercept of -2, so that's -2 right here. And our slope is going down 4, since it's negative, it's going down 4 always to the right. So down 4, right 3. Down 4, right 3. And you can go further than that if you want, but that should be enough for our line. And then the other one, we have to get y by itself. So let's go back up here. First thing I need to do is get rid of or move the x. So since it's -2x, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. Now remember, this cannot add together. It's not 14. This is 3y equals, and then write your x first, then the constant. So 2x plus 12. And then we divide both, everything, by 3. So y equals 2 over 3x plus 4. And now we graph that. So 4 is my y-intercept. So I'm going up 4 right here. And then my slope is positive 2 over 3, so up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. Since I'm going away from the other graph, I'm going to go the opposite way here. So down 2, left 3, and it looks like they cross about right there. Excuse me. So our answer is that crossing point. So that is left 3 for x, so -3, comma, up 2, and there's my point. Okay, so you're doing the same thing on the other one. I'll let you do that. Let's go to the next page. So number 3 and 4, we have substitution and elimination. Okay, so remember what you're doing here is, if you're doing substitution, whatever's by itself, you're going to replace that same variable in the other equation. So in this case, y equals x plus 9. So since y is going to be replaced, I'm going to replace this y. Okay, so I'm going to replace this y right here with x plus 9. So I'm going to rewrite 4x plus 7y as 4x plus 7 parentheses equals 19. And so I just plug in this into that parentheses. So x plus 9. And then we go ahead and solve. So distribute, we get 4x plus 7x plus 7 times 9 is 63 equals 19. See if we combine like terms. So 11x plus 63 equals 19. And we subtract 63 to the other side. And we end up with 11x equals, I don't have my calculator out, so that would be negative 44 divided by 11. And so x equals negative 4. Now remember, I'm not done until I find both. So I got to take this back up here to one of the top equations. So y equals negative 4 plus 9. So negative 4 plus 9 is positive 5. Sorry, that 9 was weird. Okay, and so my final answer, negative 4, comma, 5. I'm writing all kinds of weird numbers. There we go. Excuse me. So that's substitution. So I'll let you do number 3, the other one for number 3. And then if you go down to number 4, it's elimination. This one we've been kind of working with a little more lately. So you need opposites. So the first one, you already have opposites. So you can go ahead and add those together right away. But this one, we have to get opposites. So let's go ahead and look at this one. You can either multiply to get the x's to cancel or multiply to get the y's to cancel. Okay, it doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to go ahead and get the x's to cancel. So I'm going to multiply by negative 5. So it's going to be 5 and negative 5 when I multiply. So the top equation does not change. 5x plus 4y equals negative 14. That's that top equation. Didn't change anything. The bottom equation now is negative 5 times x, which is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 2 is negative 10y. And negative 5 times 2, which is negative 10. And now I'm ready to add those together. So the x's cancel. 4 minus 10 is negative 6y. Again, use your calculator if you're not sure on the signs. Especially something like this. Negative 14 minus 10 is negative 24. And so we divide by negative 6. Negative divided by negative is positive 4. And so you take that answer, plug it back in to one of the top equations. I'm going to do the bottom one. So x plus 2y equals 2. We found y was 4. So x plus 8 equals 2. Subtract 8. X equals negative 6. So, final answer, x comma y, negative 6 comma 4 in parentheses. Now, if I'm going too fast, again, the beauty of a video is you can pause and rewind. Okay, so on to the next page here. We'll talk about this one tomorrow before our test. But just don't pay attention to anything on here. Just look at what it's asking here. Use the graph to determine whether you can buy 4 pounds of potatoes and 2 pounds of carrots. So look at your graph. This area here is the solution set. That's where both of them shade, the darker part. Okay, so would 4 pounds of potatoes and 2 pounds of carrots be okay? And explain. And then it says identify and interpret a possible solution of the system. So pick another point in here and tell me how many of each food there is, so potatoes and carrots. Okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's go down here. This is graphing inequalities, so this is where the shading and whatnot goes on. So I'm going to leave this one to you to do, but on this one, the top one is ready to graph. So this is -2, and my slope is going up 4 over 5. Up 4 over 5. And this is a dotted line because there's no underline. So I'm going to go ahead and draw myself a dotted line going both ways. And where do I shade? This says less than. Okay, so if it's less than, I'm going below. And so I just shade below the line, and now I look to the other one. Now, the other equation is not ready to graph. Once again, I got to get y by itself. So subtract the 4x, get -5y less than or equal to, don't put these together, just keep them separate, -4x minus 30. And then divide everything by -5. What do you have to do when you multiply by or divide by -5? Flip. Gotta flip. So I flip it around. That's a positive. Negative divided by negative is positive 4 over 5x plus negative divided by negative is 6. And so I have positive 6 all the way up here, going up 4 over 5. Right there. That is a solid line this time. So I'm going to draw a solid line, and I should be shading above since it says greater than. So I shade above that line, and look what happens. It's kind of weird. So what we want is the overlap. Well, there is no overlap. There's no part of this graph where the blue and the purple overlap, so anything, name a point that is not a solution. There are no solutions on here. So you can pick any point on here and it would be correct. So 0, 0 would be one option. Because this is not shaded at all, let alone twice. Okay? So last page, and then you can go ahead and work on the rest. Application problems. Okay, so we have 3 different types. The first 2, we have an amount of things and money. So remember, you're going to have x plus y equals the things, money plus money equals money. Okay, so I'm going to set these 2 up. So we should have, first of all, label what you're talking about here. In this first one, we have a certain amount of tickets. So x plus y equals your total amount of tickets. And then your money, so 17x plus 14x, or 14y, I mean, equals the amount of money. So I'll let you set that up. Same thing here. We did this one in class. We have 42 coins, so x plus y equals 42. And then the amount of money is $3.30. So again, it's dimes and nickels. That's 0.10x plus 0.05y equals 330. And so multiply to get opposites. All right, and then the last one, this is Chick-fil-A dinner. So Frank ordered 3 sandwiches and 4 drinks. Not sure what Frank's doing to do that, but we'll go with it. So there's x and y. So Frank's order is 4x plus, how many? Oh, sorry, I did it backwards. 3 sandwiches, so 3x plus 4y equals 13.25. And then Frida got 2 sandwiches and 6 drinks. What is Frida doing getting 6 drinks? Couldn't tell you. But that's 17. And so now we need to do something to get opposites. So I'm just going to multiply 3 and 2 by each other. So this is going to be 2. This is going to be 3. One of them needs to be negative. So I'm going to do the 2. So let's multiply it out. We've got negative 6x, negative 8y equals negative 2650. And then 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 6 is 18y. And 3 times 17 is 51. And now I can add these together. Got to get opposites first, but now I do. X's cancel. I get 10y equals 51. Let's see what that is. I got to get my calculator out. 51 minus 2650 is 2450. And we divide by 10. Oops. Divide by 10. And we get y equals 2.45. Okay, so that's y. And then I plug that back in to find x. So 2x plus 6y is 2x plus 6 times 245 equals 17. So 6 times 2.45 is 14.7. And so I subtract the 14.7. I get 2x equals 2.30. Divide by 2, and we get x equals 1.15. And so there's my answer. Final answer is, what's the cost of each? So a sandwich costs $1.15 and a drink costs $2.45, which makes no sense, but that's what the answer is. Okay? So, if you have a lot of questions, tomorrow we're going to be going over a lot more of it, but right now you need to go ahead and try and finish this on your own and see how much you can do on your own and how much you need help with for our test tomorrow. Okay? Have a good day. Peace.